Sorry for keeping you, Yagami-san. We should head to
Kamurocho, how about I take a cab?
Please.
Isn't that just the worst? So the murder footage...
Yeah, and if it was, it would prove your innocence and overturn your battery conviction, no. But the prosecution flat out refuses to accept you. There's no room for error. You could flat out confess and...
Excellent. In the end, they'll lock me up for
Yeah. We know all about what you and Kuwana planned. We just don't have the... Which reminds me, you said you'd confess to killing Mikoshiba after you got out. Then, as icing on the cake, you'd admit the battery charge was false and humiliate...
Exactly. The public must know that the law... Personally, I hope the media hop...
I bet you do. So when that time comes, you'll need some decisive evidence of the murder, so you're maybe you've got something like that in your back... Because we'd sure look good if we had some new evidence.
That's why you geniuses... I told you I wouldn't admit to the murder in court. I have no intention of just...
Handing it over? So you're saying there is still a piece of evidence we...
What is it, Ahara?
Even if there was, you'll never get your hands on it.
The murder weapon. Kanagawa PD said the...
What do you mean? What's going on?
You remember last time? If you don't recall, I said you'd grab the tiger by the tail.
And your tiger is... public security?
Right. And they're out there on the warpath. Everything has to be brought into the light. We need what you did to be exposed. Kuwana can't be saved in any other way. I need your help, Ahara-san.
Then you lose. I'll never admit to killing Hiro Mikoshiba in court. The system can die. It threw Toshiro away, and I won't lift a finger to save it. Kuwana-san knew how this could end. We have our convictions. When this started, we knew it could end up costing our lives.
You knew going in, huh? And that's all? Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
Maybe it is.
Yagami-san. Do you remember my original request to look into both the Hara incidents? I asked you to look into the train event, and then I asked you to look into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. And now, I'm afraid I have to make one more request of you. Do you still carry your defense attorney's lapel pin? At Ahara-san's trial, I'd like you to take the floor with me to defend him. It's going to be eventful. I think we should go as a team.
Sure about that? You know, my legal counsel isn't cheap.
I'll let Genda-sensei know about the invoice.
You got it. Count me in. You never know when something like this will happen. Check it out. I always have it on me.
I know that.
Huh? You do?
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Hello?
Doc, where you at?
Just got back to Yokohama, actually. You weren't spying.
Just noticed. Everywhere you went, I know about.
Where
Over
are
at the Leomont's place. Hoshino-kun and Higashi are here too.
Oh, right. They mentioned they were going to Yokohama to see
Make your way
Haru's-
over, will you?
Well, look at you taking charge.
Don't track your...
What a waste.
Everyone but the star.
That is next level ass kissing, Hoshino-kun.
A good ass. Welcome back, Yagami.
Grab a seat. Nice. So you're...
Just to give Sari-san.
Does that mean I don't need to be
Huh? How would I know?
Yagami's there, I don't see why you got... You're on thin ice, Hoshino-kun.
I have been plenty useful.
Should a lawyer really have to say that?
Man, the gangster just put the...
Well, that's all I got. So where's Kuwana?
Yeah, about that. RK's out there looking for him too. He seemed to think I've still got...
On the flip side, that means they still have...
Well, yes. Although, you think Kuwana-san's still in one piece after...
Alive? Yes. When I saw him, he was already making plans. But the real problem is what happens now that he knows Reiko Kusamoto betrayed him.
I'd never let that slide if I were... Maybe Kuwana's thinking the same thing.
Hoshino-kun, Higashi.
Yeah,
Turns out Ahara and his old lady don't really... After her son took his life 4 years back, only reason she hasn't divorced him is because it's too much of a pain to process.
She's been living in that same apartment even when Toshiro... She let us light some incense.
What's the word on our...
Everywhere you look, they're strutting around like they own the place. They stare us down, but never get...
Plus, they're acting like they're here to stay. They've been harassing the joints we have.
Harassing how?
You know, shit like pretending to be normal customers and dying down. Then another guy will come in and be like, need protection?
That's some Yakuza shit.
Old shit, too. A Yakuza who pulls that today is out in one shot under the anti...
And Soma?
Nah, there's nothing on him. And Soma isn't exactly a social butterfly like Akutsu.
Especially if he has public security's help. Unless it's a...
That about wraps.
Seems so. As for me, I think I'll head out and see what I can find.
Same.
Tsukumo-san and Sugiura-san do some impressive...
Yeah. You don't hold a candle to them, Hope.
Black belt in karate, and you never even...
Well, I'm just more of a behind-the-scene. Anyway, I'm heading back to Kamurocho.
What about you, Tak? Want to call it a night? Tessa...
Now skin off my back.
So, what'll it...
If I can really stay the night.
Hey, Yagami-san. Really? He's upstairs. Let's go, Yagami-san.
Yeah, let's go.
I thought I could keep up. Hold up, Yagami-san.
What's up?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo. Koda-san and Akane-san are with some men.
Where's Kaito-san and Higashi?
I've contacted them.
Good.
They're on their...
Hey! He's here! It's Yagami!
Tak! This where those RK guys are holed up? He's Soma with them?
Nobody's had eyes on him yet. Just a sec. Tsukumo?
I've confirmed the enemy position, Yagami-shi. They have our 2 young hostages surrounded, so a head-on assault would be too dangerous. Naturally, I've already come up with some countermeasures we can run. Would you care to hear my plan?
You always come through, man. Okay then. Walk us through it.
Wow. Look who decided to show up. Too scared to come without all your little bodyguard buddies?
Not like you've got room to talk. How many shitheads does it take to watch these girls?
I never thought it would end up like this. You believe me, don't you?
Yeah. But we'll have to save the lecture for after all this is over. You'll be free soon. That goes for you too, Koda-san.
You so sure about that?
You kidnapped them to get to me? Well, here I am, so let's go.
We did lure you here, so we can beat your sorry ass to death.
Okay, then. So what was your plan? Throw all these guys at us as soon as we kick down the door?
We're smarter than that, you know.
Yeah. We knew you'd have some backup!
Here comes! Let's take out the trash! Yagami! Hands where I can see them! And same for you two!
Hey, calm down. I've got one more thing. I'm not a big fan of guns.
Huh?
Shit! Up there!
Face the wrath of Ishitsu Yokohama 99! The wicked shall be smited and retribution shall be swift!
You're dead!
Come on. Did you really think one gun was enough to take out a crew like us? If you did, you were wrong.
You two sit tight a little longer. But just to warn you, I'm gonna go hard on these guys. If you want to see some asses kicked, don't blink, okay?
Let's get going. I want him down before the smoke clears.
Yeah. Come on!
Away from the window! Here we go! I shall assist you. We are ready to go! We are ready to go! We are ready to go! I shall assist you! I shall assist you! Here we go! I shall assist you! I shall assist you!
Thanks. You saved us. I'm so sorry.
No. I'm the one who got you into this. It's not your fault, it's arcade. Besides, I'm not the one you should be apologizing.
Coda, it's all right. Well...
Soma?
What? Who?
Kane, get back!
Huh?
Here all by yourself? What are you—
Oh, I'm just here to talk. To be honest...
How so?
Well, he's got Kawaya's body. Reiko Kusamoto's victim. Been on ice for what? 5 years?
Yeah.
Problem is, he's planning to reveal its... If that happens, Kusamoto-san, no doubt, her fingerprints and other traces...
Yeah, but that's for the better. And she won't have to listen.
Reiko Kusamoto is a capable woman who can swim with the tide. It would be unfortunate to lose her over some lowlife. She's on our side now.
So it's your duty to protect...
I protect order, not people.
Necessary.
That's right. If I hadn't gone undercover, the Tojo clan's ex-Yakuza would be spread. If that happened, we never would have been able to... That's why I created the RK network. To keep Kamurocho much safer and less messy than... But in the shadow of order, there's always...
Right. Kawa...
But if there's one difference between the two of us, it's that I find my work enjoyable. It gives me purpose. When I dirty my hands, it's in the service of order. It goes back to a necessary evil to maintain peace in this country. In my eyes, peace does require violence. It only works when killers are below the surface, keeping it afloat.
Sawa-sensei too? Is that the peace you want?
Yoko Sawa? She did have to die. She almost connected the Mikoshiba case to Koano. She was getting very close to it. She may even have figured out Reiko Kusamoto was involved. The fewer people who know a secret, the better kept the secret stays. I don't remember even hesitating on that call. And I think that means... Well, you guys won't like hearing this, but it was justified.
You asshole!
Whoa, whoa. Don't fly off the handle now. I haven't finished what I had to say.
What the fuck?
Did I mention how much of a pain in the ass Kuwana made this? He negotiated for your lives, using Kawai's body as leverage over us.
What?
So relax, would you? I don't plan on killing you here.
Then why even show your sorry face?
The trial for Ehara-san is coming up, right? You know, the groping thing. I've come here with a request that I hope you'll consider.
This from you?
Reiko Kusamoto's name is not to come up during the Ehara trial. That shouldn't be so hard, right? Shirosaki-sensei would have to agree to this too.
And if we were to refuse?
Nothing. It's Kusamoto-san's request. She is asking nice.
What?
A mother doesn't want her child branded a murderer's son. Could you give her that much? And that's all. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
You think so, huh? Why put off what we can settle now? Soma! Akane!
Akane-chan! Why am I...
A paint gun? You okay?
That son of a...
Well, hell, that's gotta hurt. But a bruise sure beats the alternative, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say he got us good with that one.
Yeah. But that was a terrible call. If Soma hadn't been packing a paint gun, that would have been really bad. You two are more important than him. I should have prioritized protecting you.
Yagami-san.
You've been brave. I'm sure this was really scary for you. We'll need to do things one step at a time, Kaito-san. We can't tackle it all at once. First thing, Ehara's groping appeal needs to become a murder trial that outs Kawana and his students. That way, if public security is our real enemy here, we'll have the prosecution and the courts on our side. That'll be on me. I'll reveal a truth no one can deny.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much your specialty. Send that asshole to jail for good.
You've got this, Yagami-san.
Whoa. This is crazy. Why is he so hot? Am I right?
Huh. Just a minute ago, she got shot. And now look at her.
Teenagers. Hello? Oversleep? I would never... Held on violation of Shinjuku Station's anti-nuisance ordinance. The defense, he was previously convicted. However, the defense wholly rejects the sexual battery charge and asserts his innocence.
The prosecution points to two pieces of evidence to prove. One is the security camera footage from Ike. The other is fiber traces from the victims. The defense maintains this was not sufficient evidence. We have prepared counter-arguments to...
How does the prosecution...
We maintain the original sentence was perfectly adequate.
Then first, let's examine the security footage from Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station submitted at the first trial. This is footage of Ikebukuro Station on October. The individual wearing sunglasses and a mask is believed to be the defendant. This person remains in the area for over an hour, watching as countless trains make their stops. At 9:06 a.m.,
he locates the victim of this case, then he boards the train and pursues her. This footage of the station platform is from when the suspect and victim board the train car.
We already saw this during the first trial. Let's not be redundant.
Of course not. The victim claimed the defendant moved in a suspicious manner once the train left Ikebukuro Station, ultimately placing his hand under her skirt. After they arrived at Shinjuku Station 6 minutes later, the victim gathered her courage and grabbed his hand. However, there's a possibility the offender seen here is not the defendant himself, but a different person entirely, a stand-in. The goal was to disguise this event as an alibi for the murder which occurred in Yokohama that same morning. In other words, this instance of sexual battery was a conspiratorial fabrication. The original verdict was issued without taking this into consideration, resulting in an inadequate trial.
This is merely speculation. The defense has no proof to support...
Precisely the...
Yes. There is indeed no definitive proof that confirms the However, the notion itself cannot be disproved, even with all of the prosecution's evidence.
Would you care to elaborate, please?
The assailant fled the train and was caught shortly after on the Shinjuku Station platform. Many nearby passengers filmed the scene, which then circulated throughout Japan. The impact may have been greater since the defendant was an active duty officer. There's no mistake that the man apprehended at the platform was the defendant. Upon arrival, station police arrested him and immediately performed a trace element inspection. With that said, there's a very real possibility the offender who ran off the train was an entirely different person. We have the evidence to prove that. If you'll kindly look at...
What is this? Display it on the large monitor, please.
That's correct, Your Honor. First, the victim and the offender ran onto the platform as soon as the train doors opened. The train car they boarded is here on this map. We've marked the offender's route with an arrow. The lighter areas on the overhead view are within the security camera's line of sight. More people pass through Shinjuku than anywhere on Earth in a single day. It's packed with security cameras. However, this arrow with the dotted line reveals the existence of a small blind spot. That's where the defendant and stand-in swapped places.
I see. So you claim this was their opportunity?
Yes. As such, I'd like to... Defendant, when you were issued the verdict in your first trial, you said the following to the judge. In a warehouse about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. If that wasn't enough, you correctly identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, despite the fact the police had yet to do so. How did you manage to pull off such a feat?
It came to me in a dream. Strange, I know.
Mikoshiba-san was your son Toshiro-kun's classmate, was he not?
That's right.
Toshiro Ihara was found dead in his apartment 4 years ago. He took his own life. Afterward, the defendant sued the school over Toshiro-kun's suicide.
Yes?
Ihara-san, can you tell us why you sued the school?
There were rumors my son had been bullied. Unfortunately, the court wasn't able to substantiate that claim.
And these rumors were discovered on the internet?
They were.
Of the bullies mentioned, Mikoshiba-san's name was among them. Were you aware of this?
I was.
Would you say you harbored murderous intent against Mikoshiba-san?
Objection. The defense's question is irrelevant. This case is to examine whether or not sexual battery took place. Also, the Kanagawa police are actively investigating Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. The courtroom is no place for baseless speculation.
How does the defense respond?
The timing of the battery incident makes this case an alibi for Mikoshiba-san's murder. We believe there's a very relevant connection.
Very well. The prosecution's objection is overruled.
Then please keep it brief.
Just as soon as the defendant answers the question. Did you harbor murderous intent for Hiro Mikoshiba?
Of course I did.
In other words, Your Honor, it goes like this. On the day Toshiro-kun's bully, Mikoshiba-san, was killed, the defendant set out to synchronize the murder with sexual battery. It became his alibi for the murder, and the prosecution and the court all but approved it. A 6-month sentence for sexual battery and getting away with murder. That's all the motivation the defendant needed to fabricate this elaborate scheme. His stand-in groped his accomplice, and then they swapped places before getting caught. It's all entirely possible.
Then the defense should present some evidence to prove it.
Wrong. That's not how this works, is it? The prosecution bears... If we go through all the evidence and discover the possibility, then it's on the prosecution to refute that.
Fine. The defense's argument about the security camera's blind spot is flimsy at best. While the defendant was running, his female victim was chasing after him. Surely the victim would have seen if he had switched places with a stand-in. Yet the victim provided no...
The victim, Yui Mamiya?
Objection! This is an insult to the victim.
We have good reason. In fact, that's all...
A 50-something man...
Defendant, why did you agree to...
You can ask my lawyers that.
How does the defense...
It's just as the defendant says. However, we believe to refresh his memory. I'd like him to take a look at some footage.
Now what?
But please, don't display this on the large monitor. We shouldn't shock the public.
Excuse me.
As I said, this is solely to refresh your memory.
Please proceed.
That's just internet footage with no known origins.
No. This footage is from the SD card in the camera used to record it. This is a write once, read many card, also known as a worm. The police use it to photograph evidence. Anything recorded on it is highly reliable data. After serving your time, you intended to release this to the public. But Kawana can't wait for that to happen. And that's why he left it in my care.
Don't kill me. Please. I'm sorry. Toshiro-kun. I'll make it up to him. I swear I'll try to make it up to him somehow. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Defendant, in that footage, is the person in the white raincoat you?
You could say it looks like me.
The person you killed is Hiro Mikoshiba. According to the autopsy report, he died sometime after 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. Therefore, it can only be that the person who passed through the ticket gate shortly after at 7:43 a.m. was not you, but your stand-in. As the defense, we cannot allow our client's conviction of sexual battery. May we continue questioning the—
How does the prosecution—
Even if the footage has an irrefutable source, that alone does not prove guilt of murder. I'd just like to state that in advance.
So the prosecution is denying the murder? Remind me who exactly—
Good question.
The defense repeatedly mentions a stand-in, but where is— Who even— The person on the station security footage was wearing sunglasses, but he looked just—
We believe he used a mask made— If you look closely, the alleged defendant at Ikebukuro Station and on the train. We learned this from sources who may have been the stand-in and the—
Then we should call them to the stand.
No need. The defendant—
I don't know anything.
He said he doesn't know. So what now? The defendant admitted to sexual battery, not murder. The murder footage has excellent production value, but nothing else corroborates the defense's claims.
Your Honor, I would like to request further witness testimony from the victim.
Denied. Both the defendant and the victim certified the validity of the battery, leaving no room. It would be unprecedented for a victim to testify further in this situation.
By that logic, there's no precedent for using battery as an alibi for murder either.
I will admit there is but I must once again
But...
Defense, I've made myself clear.
Your Honor, following the defendant's last statement, we have a—
Understood.
What's next?
As for Hiro Mikoshiba's—
I work for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. Anything in Kanagawa is out of my jurisdiction.
All of his fingers were broken. A clear sign his killer had—
Then the investigation would start with— That's all I can really say.
You believed Mikoshiba pushed your son to the point— Sounds like you have every reason—
Your Honor, this is going nowhere.
Sustained. Defend.
You're an active duty police officer.
It would be ridiculous to— But in my past, I took down criminals in the name of justice and tried to make a difference, even around the time of my son's end. As fate would have it, that same— If I had to pick a moment, my pride as a— Not that it matters.
Suppose not, huh? Ihara-san, you're familiar with Jin Kawana, aren't you?
Nope, never.
On October 7th, Kawana disguised himself as you and boarded a train in Ikebukuro bound for Shinjuku. He was the stand-in for the—
Your Honor, no evidence has been submitted to— The name Kawana was not present on any document.
Kawana is the very person who encouraged the defendant to murder Mikoshiba-san.
Defense. As the prosecution has stated, no one by the name of We've not even confirmed if he exists.
But, Your Honor, Kawana is a key— Without him, Ihara-san never would have killed Mikoshiba. Am I getting through to you? No. You Kawana's the one who fanned the flames of vengeance. You do— Take a listen to this.
What is it?
It wasn't just some random internet post that made you decide to kill Mikoshiba-san. Even while battling the school in court, you still didn't know for sure who pushed... That's when Kawana came to you with this...
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face.
That's the voice of Yokosawa, the teacher Toshiro-kun confided in about being bullied 4 years ago. It was recorded in secret and played for the defendant by Kawana.
He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft. How nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. Believe me, I never wanted to do that. They said there was no hope, that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever.
After hearing this, the defendant came to believe Mikoshiba-san's unchecked aggression toward Toshiro was the driving force behind his son's tragic suicide. And ultimately, this became his motivation for murdering Mikoshiba. Isn't that right, Ihara-san? I see.
Then, is that all? Can the defense...
This recording only came into my hands by me, except, thinking about it now, much like the murder footage, that would qualify as an unreliable source. What? We live in an age where audio and video footage... What? Sawa-sensei, the one speaking in the recording, was murdered only days ago. And the one who recorded it, Kawana, disappeared without a trace. Meaning that as far as this recording is concerned, no one is left who can prove that it's authentic. Or is my understanding incorrect? You would say you're completely unaware of the details about your son in this recording. Kawana had it. Didn't he play it for you?
I never heard it. Regardless of the content, it has nothing to do with me.
So you say. In that case, let's just assume then that Kawana and I are the only ones in possession of this audio recording. And considering that Kawana has all but vanished without a trace, that would actually make this the only copy, and me the sole owner. No backup exists.
What are you getting at?
This has no value in this courtroom, then I'm afraid it's never gonna have a value beyond today. And being that you claim it's unrelated to you or this case, then it wouldn't bother you if I were to delete it from my phone right here and now.
Why would... That's crazy. I wouldn't!
Okay. Then tell me why I shouldn't do it.
Because Mikoshiba was a man who should never have escaped being judged. That's the proof of my son's pain. The proof that everyone ignored. That recording is all I have left of him! I took the school to court because Toshiro deserved justice. But all they could say is that the cause of his suicide couldn't be determined. In the end, not a single person was held responsible. No proof, no justice. My son was hung out to dry.
Yes. That's all true.
All of you. You're all so incompetent. You see yourselves as these paragons of law and justice. Yet the truth slips right through your fingers. And then, my alibi made you a mockery. I made it so real. You passed me off as just another pervert. You were gullible. Every single one of you. Toshiro threw his life away and justice was blind to his pain. Mikoshiba walked free because of you. You condone murder and call yourselves the law. That's why I did it. I took Mikoshiba's life with my own hands.
This is coming in hot. Remember that pervert cop? Turns out he's actually a murderer.
To recap, you killed Hiro Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then headed to Shinjuku Station where you and Kawana pulled off a switch, and there you were ultimately arrested as a groper.
Yeah. That's right.
Defendant, you bear animosity for the whole system. We can't just take your words at face value. If you're responsible for Mikoshiba-san's murder, can you bring forward any evidence, or just the murder footage?
To tell you the truth, I have something that I was holding on to for the impact that it would have. It's very real evidence that the law has failed us.
What have you been hiding then? Will it prove you killed Mikoshiba?
Yes.
Then what is it?
If you go to my wife's apartment, you'll find my son's altar there. In it, you'll find the weapon I used for the crime, the knife I murdered him with. It still has Mikoshiba's blood on it.
Wait a minute, Genda-sensei. I prayed at that altar.
Well, I guess you can lead a horse to water.
Very well then. We'll open an investigation.
Defense. Will there be anything further?
No matter how justified, vengeance is not something we can ever take into our own hands. That said, in the case of Ihara-san, our system failed him. We know the law strives to be just, but it failed to prove Toshiro-kun was bullied. That's not justice. Not when no one is held responsible. The law, as well as those who enforce it, are far from perfect. So to the court, I say let this case be a lesson. The law is failing to save people who need saving.
It's clear proceedings should be adjourned. At a later time when Mikoshiba-san's murder weapon is recovered, we can resume the trial. I'm willing to do that via a special exception. Defense, prosecution, is that clear?
No objections.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Well, Kanagawa PD called from the Ihara residence. They've recovered the knife. I'm ashamed to admit that I was so blind to his scheme.
Well then, that makes two of us.
Seems I underestimated you. And the worst part of all, I was arrogant. Legal authority and organizational connections should never be held above the pursuit of truth. I'm glad you were able to make me see that again. Thank you.
Nah.
You've come a long way.
Genda-sensei.
Prosecutor Takano's been stubborn as hell from the day he passed the bar. Once he's made up his mind, nothing can stand in his way. Not even his own boss. And he only bows once in a blue moon, so I hope you remember this.
Typical Genda law. I'm never going to like you.
You two really pulled it off. Great job.
It was nearly a month ago that Kusumoto-san, though we were unable to use it to trace it.
What did it say?
Soma told you, didn't Kawana hid Shinya Kawai's body? If that surf as such...
That's exactly why I'm negotiating to prevent that. Kusumoto-san.
Yes.
I'll be upfront with you. I never imagined the day would come that you would be
Yakumo?
I see you've arrived in Ijincho safe and sound.
What's happening?
Oh, yes. A picture began circulating on the internet not long ago. It was likely Kawana-san who put it out. I just sent it over to you.
Hang on. Is this Shinya Kawai?
Indeed it is. I data mined the image and found out it was taken just minutes ago. I also have the location. It's a warehouse company on Yokohama's coast. And Kawana's uncle came up with...
You mean Siren's owner? Send me the warehouses.
Actually, Sugiroshi's driving there with Kaito-san and Higashi-san, right? If you want to ride, take Ishizaki Road and head to Surukame.
Can't count how many times you've come through from this.
Just trying to return the many...
Doc, over. These RK assholes are like bananas. They only come in bunches.
Take it they don't want us getting to court?
Guess they were expecting it. Sure are making a big show.
What are those people doing? Oh, I don't like the looks.
Should we call the cops?
Kaito-san, we're running out of time.
Yeah. Can't you see we're in a hurry? Let's go.
You four, freeze! Somehow they never show up when you need them. But they're right there when it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Think this bunch is with public security?
I'm not sure. Either way, we don't have time to deal with them.
Hey! Relax, fellas. I can vouch for these guys.
Nabe-san.
The lid came off the Mikoshiba case. We can investigate the connection to Ehara. But what the hell are you guys doing here?
Kawana's in a tight spot, actually. Can I count on you? Will the cops help?
What do you mean by a tight spot?
Take a step back, please. These men are gonna be under our jurisdiction.
This has to wait. We're dealing with a matter of life and death here.
Be quiet!
Hey, I told you I could vouch for these guys. Why don't we all just chill out and let them explain what they're doing?
Hey! What the hell? I suggest you stay out of this. Okay, name and department. Our orders are coming from way higher up the chain than yours, sir. So again, stay out of this. There's nothing stopping me from arresting a detective. Or do you want to try me?
And do your orders include going around belting us with your batons?
We're about to have a problem here, aren't we? All four of you, put your hands up and face the car. I said, move!
Oh, damn! It's Yagami-san! What brings you all the way out here?
Matsu? Akane?
Hey! Stop that!
Whoa! Back off, dude!
Hey, check it out! These goddamn cops, they're checking my friend's food because they're shady as fuck! I'm no expert, but is that shit legal?
Nice. Sugiura, start the car.
Okay.
Ah! Hey! Kirby, cop! There's a cop here and he's creeping on me!
Those kids aren't even half bad.
Let's roll!
Hey, stop the car!
Shit!
Let's go!
Tesso.
Looks like everybody's on our side. Except RK and the cops.
Great. Kawana's gonna be waiting for us.
I'm on it. Going as fast as I can.
Tsukumo, we're just about at the place. You got a visual?
Yeah, the view's great from up here, Yagamishi. From my position, it looks like RK is swarming the whole building.
And Soma?
I can't confirm his location, unfortunately. Kawana-san either.
Okay. So give me a number here. How many RK we got?
I'd say about 100.
100?
It's a massive warehouse, so they need all the manpower they can get. They seem to have fanned out to search for Kawai's body. The good news is there's no indication they found it yet.
Tsukumo-kun, got any bright ideas for where I should park this thing?
I'm afraid it won't matter too much. The enemy already knows you're en route. You'll have a welcoming party no matter where you decide to enter from.
That works. Just means we get to show up and beat down the front door.
Are you guys ready?
Hey, anyone else getting some good deja vu from kicking a bunch of asses in a downpour?
I'm pretty pumped, actually. It's reminding me I'm alive, you know?
Come on, man. Are you that bored back in Kamurocho?
Let's go!
Let's go.
Hey, we've got company. Guess the...
What are they so mad about?
Yeah, they're just ransacked.
This is all to find Kawana.
Well, if there's a bright side to any of this.
That's it. Break time, fellas. Let's kill... Come on. That all you got? 'Cause I can go...
It's Kawana. I assume you're here? Then all...
I mean, you're here...
Put simply, a trap for Soma, using Kawai's body as bait.
So everything from calling Reiko Kusamoto to this?
Yeah. I'm gonna drag him. He only gets away with his shit because he does it in the shadows. And his friends, if I expose them... Kusumoto-san...
You know she sold you...
Look, that doesn't matter. This is the only... Alone, I could probably kill him. But there's...
If you wanted help, you could've just...
To deceive your enemies, start with your allies. Listen, I'm in the deepest part of the warehouse. Far down as you can go.
And we'll just have to get there.
Oh, man. What kind of plan B could he have when he's got 100...
I sure would have liked to see that.
Let's roll then.
Might be some arcade down below, too.
Probably right.
Huh? The hell were the guys up there even doing? Come on, let's trash them! Let's go!
What a waste.
Let's roll, Talk.
Won't open? Maybe they barred it from the other side.
Hey.
Let's see if we can find it. Suspicious. What the? Hey. Uh-huh. Suspicious. Hey. Uh-huh. 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 What the? You guys.
Oh, you spot a way through?
Yeah, let me see if it'll work. You got...
Gotcha. You can leave that to...
I have to do something about this right now.
Here we go. Right, you
That door looks like it leads out.
It's locked. Let me see if I can pick it. Almost there. Perfect.
You're the man, Yagami-san.
Hey! Hold her right there! God damn. Tak, Higashi and Aoki.
Counting on both you.
Another pile of shit. Well, Yagami-san, I guess we can handle this. No RK around here. Yagami-san, find a way.
Still more of them.
Yagami-san! I'm a little tied up over here myself. Go on ahead, yeah?
Hey, you alright?
Think so. In better shape than Kuwana-san, at least. Now hurry up, Yagami-san!
Damn it. You better...
You know I will!
Hey, suspicious. What the? Hey.
もうおしまいか？おれ！
And stay down. I don't stop. Gotta think.
Need a lift? Nice job clearing the path. Because of that, I found this.
Come on board!
This ought to be good.
What the fuck do you clowns think you're doing? Your asses are dead! Come on. Think you're hot
What a waste.
Whoa, what is it? Too fast.
Another elevator. Kuwana.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get this over with.
Come on! this! You need to listen.
Yagami!
you? Behind you. Let's go. I'm right here! I'm right here! Pay attention.
Next time you open your eyes, you'll be alone, without the darkness to protect you. Bondo too. He'll abandon you to your fate. To hell with evil being necessary for order. You'll rot in a cell for the rest of your miserable life.
All that's left to do is clean this shit up.
Yo, you might want to stay away from that. Pull it out any further, and it'll set off the bomb I planted.
What?
It could very well end up going off anyway. But that'll be up to me.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't keep track of how many times this guy has changed sides.
As long as Kawai's body exists, Kusumoto-san will never be free. So I'll make sure it's never found again. You guys might want to consider stepping out.
Kawana, you can't do it.
But I can. This was always going to be the backup plan anyway. If you guys hadn't made it down here, I would have blown up both the body and Soma all in one shot. But still, If Soma dies, I'll never get to the one pulling the strings. And Kusumoto-san will never be free of these goddamn shackles.
Kusumoto-san needs to turn herself in. If she keeps trying to hide from all this, she'll be haunted by her past wherever she goes. You'd rather she carry those sins for the rest of her life, and all by herself. Because after today... You won't be there to help anymore. You have to leave. You'll disappear. From here on out, you'll need to live deep in the shadows.
If she turns herself in, she'd never be able to see Mitsuru again. Her son is finally awake, after 13 years in a coma. Does tearing them apart sound like justice to you?
I want nothing more than for everyone involved to get a happy ending. But still, if I turn my back on it now, Sawa-sensei's sacrifice becomes a footnote. That won't work. She can't say her piece without a voice. So if I don't raise mine for her, what justice prevails?
Fine. I'll just push the button. Everyone in here can be blown to hell.
You really gonna do that?
If you guys don't back off, then I will. Do you know how many people I've killed through the years?
Nah. But if you were really that kind of scum, we wouldn't have come down here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tak, you and Kuwana both have your reasons. Something to consider. But between the both of you, is there really a right answer?
I don't want Kusamoto-san. She shouldn't have to keep suffering. The truth, we put too much value on it. All it does is crush us.
That's not true. It's because the truth was being hidden. That's what led to Sawa-sensei's death, isn't it? Set Kusamoto free. It's time for all this to end. I mean, you've got to already know. When justice breaks, someone's always gonna find a way to redefine it to suit themselves. And from that point of view, everything you do feels justified. That's why you're able to look past the sacrifice and the damage you cause.
No. I didn't want this.
I get that. But who decides what's wrong? Who gets to decide what's right? That's not us. Come on. Sawa-sensei died because you made the choice for her, and you took her truth. Who does that really serve? Tell me who. Why would you want that? The truth is all we have. When the law can't be fair, the truth becomes our last ray of hope. So please, Sawa-sensei's truth, don't take that from her. Kusamoto-san.
Kitakata-sensei!
I couldn't protect you. I couldn't even protect your secret.
Please lift up your eyes. I saw that picture you posted of Kawai's dead face. I took a hard look. This was the man I killed. I saw the pain in his repulsive face. I saw the consequences of my actions. Sawa-san never should have been dragged into this. I saw how I betrayed and abandoned you too,
Kusamoto-san.
I've been frightened ever since. I was scared Mitsuru would find out the truth. I was worried he would discover his mother was a monster. And for you as well, Sensei. You carried it for me. You clung to such a dark secret. I made you do this for so long. I never should have gone through with it. And I won't let you bear the burden of my mistake anymore. That's why I've decided. I'm going to turn myself in. I have some bad news for you, Mitsuru. Your mother won't be coming home for a while. It's not work. But I feel I should warn you. I'm going to be placing a burden on your shoulders. I'm so sorry. Mitsuru?
Please don't worry, Mom. If anything, I should be the one worrying about you.
Huh?
I could tell something was bothering you. You've been hiding a problem for a while, haven't you? I'm sure it's been hard. Especially considering what a burden I've been.
No. That's not it at all.
Don't worry, Mom. I more or less already know. In fact, let me tell you. I was doing physical therapy earlier, and I managed to take a few steps. For the first time in 13 years.
That's wonderful.
It didn't feel like much, really. But still, you know what the doctor said? That if I keep at it, I'll be able to stand on my own 2 feet. And then I'll be able to walk again pretty soon. When that time comes, I'll be there for you. It'll finally be my turn to support you. So please don't worry about me, Mom. Don't let me hold you back. Go do whatever it is you have to do. I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry, Mitsuru. Thank you.
Enter. I don't recall having an appointment with any prosecutors today.
Are you familiar with Kazuki Soma of RK? Public Security's inside man. He infiltrated the Kamurocho underworld on assignment. As you're aware, he got caught up in some illicit activity. You knew this, yet somehow his actions stayed off the record.
Whatever you're talking about, I have no idea, son.
Just so you know, Soma's been arrested by Kanagawa police. The investigation is ongoing. He's the prime suspect in the murder of Yoko Sawa in her Yokohama home. It's our suspicion that he was acting on the orders he received from you, and that would make you complicit in her death. You wanted to manipulate Reiko Kusamoto, and so you stooped to blackmail.
Let me guess why you're here. You want to put all of this out in the open?
If it means exposing the truth, certainly.
You want to burn down Japan? This is bigger than me. It could go all the way up the chain. People of power nationwide would be dragged into your scandal. And some of those people might even be the superiors cutting your paychecks.
Yep. But the bureaucracy isn't the monolith you think it is. The more political power you wield, the more enemies you have waiting in the shadows for the opportune moment to strike. We've met with them, and we have their...
We only got this far because those detectives persevered? Oh, yeah? Wouldn't have expected that from Takano. Much less about Yagami.
Yes. But Mafuyu said she overheard it herself. He did really say it.
In the meantime, Ehara-san has been charged for Mikoshiba's murder, and Reiko Kusamoto for Shinya Kawai's death, too. Both of them are fully cooperating with the investigation.
Well, I suppose that ties everything up with a bow. Except for Kuwana.
Yes. Kuwana's still missing. He's the last of the loose ends.
So he is.
You think he's still out there?
Would he risk his life to keep hunting down and killing bullies?
Well, I have my doubts about that. Yagami-san believes he can turn over a new leaf.
Some things never really change, do they? This place is still filthy.
Squeaky and clean isn't gonna work for everyone.
That's all a matter of taste. I'd say this place just has flavor.
You brought some snacks?
Yeah. We stopped at the convenience store around the corner on the way here.
Come on, Doc. It ought to be you treating the boys. Bring in some sushi to show them how generous you are.
Oh, should I now? Well, I'm already way ahead of you.
Yo! Did someone order some sushi? Only the best for you guys. Courtesy of Yagami Detective Agency.
So?
Good shit, man. You are a true gentleman. Huh? Hey, what the fuck? There's avocado on this shit. Where the hell did you get this from?
Aniki, if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. In fact, that just leaves more for me.
Fine. Then I can chew umi and salmon roe.
Hey, save me the tamago. Long as I got my egg, I'm good.
Who goes for the egg?
I'll leave Kawai's body with you. The cops can have him. But then I'm out. I gotta disappear for a while. I'll fade back into the shadows.
Like hell, man. If he's arrested, public security would have his head. They'd charge him with the one murder he didn't commit. Sawa-sensei wouldn't get the justice she deserves. And worse, they'd find a way to silence him.
Besides, you don't have any proof that I'm even guilty. Anything they could charge me for would never stick.
Just what are you getting at? You said yourself that you spent the last several years taking out bullies all over the country. That's gotta count for something.
I never left a single shred of evidence behind. So good luck. The cops and the prosecution would have nothing to go on. In a legal sense, all you guys can really do is stand there and watch me walk out of here. The law has never been very good about being flexible. The whole system is hollow. It can't judge who needs to be judged. It can't save who needs to be saved. I'll expose that. Every action I take serves that goal. As long as kids like Mitsuru continue to suffer out there, I'll do it for them. Even if it means I have to keep my hands dirty, I don't care. Goodbye.
You're right about one thing. The law is hollow. As it stands now, the system does fail people. All the same, the law evolves. We have to make it better. But it takes time, and the work is never done. That's why. That's why as long as the law lets people fall through the cracks, I'm gonna be there. Except, I won't do it anything like you.
We already know you're the one who snitched. You didn't think we'd find out?
Come on, don't you have anything to say? Huh? You owe us an answer, don't you?
I'm sorry. And there it is. I knew you were lying all along. You are a lying piece of shit, huh? What do you have to say for yourself?
You think your apologies are gonna cut it? You're in deep shit, girl, and that's not how this fucking works. So look over here real quick. Say, I'm a bitch and a liar for the camera.
Do it, or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Wow, isn't this gross? What are they doing to that poor girl?
3 against 1? That's so freaking weak!
Pretty fucked up to gang up on her like that.
Who said that?
Shit. Come on, move it.
You don't have to. You've got no reason to go with these guys. What the hell? Mind your own business, assholes!
Do you really think we're the ones being assholes?
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
You guys gotta learn when it's time to give it a rest.
Who the hell are you guys?
Hey, you three. You need to leave. And stay away from that girl.
Terrible kids. I'm so glad someone finally stood up for that young lady.
I know. Aren't those Serio High students?
Hey, let's just go. Come on.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. No, don't be. I'm sorry. Really. I just wish I had seen what was happening earlier. You'll be fine.
So to our breaking news. After an anonymous report, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police have announced the discovery of 5 murder victims. Found in areas across the country, all 5 victims have evidently been deceased for several years. According to the anonymous tip, the common thread between these victims is that they were all at one time accused of malicious school bullying. The police are working quickly to identify them, and an investigation task force is being launched immediately. This task force's first challenge will be to secure the cooperation of law enforcement across all of the prefectures involved.
ち冒険救いがあるって期待をしていたあの日あの時ここで何ができれば変われていたかな夢の中で今日もそれはずっとこちらを見てるただ静かにそっとこの首に両手をかけてこの悪夢にずっと閉じ込めて苦しめるならここで殺して今すぐここで殺してお前らのせいだお前らのせいだあの記憶もこの制裁もお前らのせいだお前らのせいだ本心なんて聞きたくない知りもしない奴らは言う何が正しくて誰が悪か決めつけてそこの浅い倫理広げてお前らのせいだお前らのせいだ疲れたんだ何もかもお前らのせいだお前らのせいだあの記憶もこの制裁もお前らのせいだお前らのせいだ言い訳なんて聞きたくない後悔や絶望苦痛も全部かさくらえ
And stay down.
Yagami-san. Yagami-san. Yagami-san, thank you very much. got a song in mind?
Okay, let's go. And 1, and 2. Here goes nothing. And 1, and 2.
Hey, we're looking good! Yagami-san!
Hmm? Hey. Hey.
Ah.
Hmm?
Kotoko!
Hey.
No. Hey! What?
Itakura.
Not bad. Hirakura-san. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Huh?
Ah.
Got a song in mind? Go ahead and pick Go ahead and pick a costume. Got a song in mind? Go ahead. Which step should we work on? Go ahead. Got a song in mind?
Okay, let's go. Here goes nothing. One and two. Nothing.
Hey, we're looking good. Okay, team. Yagami-san.
Yeah.
Sayaka. Yeah.
Hmm? You guys. Which song, though? Dressed? Which song, though? Okay, let's go. Nice. That's respectable.
Did you see that, Yagami-san? Yagami-san. Got a song in mind?
Okay, let's go. Here goes nothing.
Fantastic, Yagami-san! Got a song in mind? Go ahead. Which step should go ahead and pick a path? Got a song in mind?